Hello everyone, and welcome on back to another episode here on the MetaCraft server. Last week, we worked at putting in these market stalls here on the wharf and decorating up our island a little bit more. But it also meant that we put aside the first plans, which was to create a pumpkin and melon farm and decorate it up just like we did here with our iron farm. So in today's episode, I thought we'd go back and do that. I kind of wanted a pumpkin and melon farm, and then Mini Wheats and I created a raid farm, so now I have infinite amount of emeralds. So in the grand scheme of things, I don't really need a pumpkin and melon farm, but I came up with a really fun design to hide the farm away that I wanted to show you guys. So we are going to be making a hot air balloon, and I think it looks absolutely amazing here with the rest of the style that we have going on in our base. So I have a few things I have to go gather. We got to go gather some more wool, which probably means a trip to the shopping district. We'll have to grab some copper, we'll have to grab some dark oak wood, but then we are going to get started and building up this pumpkin and melon farm. So I'm going to go grab those materials and I will meet back with you guys and we'll go over where we're going to be putting this new farm. Okay, so I am back and I have gathered all the materials we're going to need. They are in these two boxes. So yes, they're in these two boxes. We got all the materials here, all the materials here. We are just waiting on this one block to oxidize, but let's back up here a little bit and I will show you where we are planning to build our hot air balloon. I'm also very confused by this. Why is there lines? What is happening to my grass? Okay, server's being weird. Don't ask me. Hopefully this will work and we won't get kicked. But we are going to be building our hot air balloon, pumpkin, and melon farm on the top of this dirt pillar. I took a little bit look at it, and originally I was thinking of putting the hot air balloon over this direction, but I thought it might clash a little bit with our ships around on this side. And I kind of did some placement ideas and I did really like it on top of this area. Now, obviously it looks a little bit weird because we got trees down here. Don't worry, those trees are temporary. They will not be staying there forever. And so I thought maybe building up a farm on top of there would be perfect. So I think we're going to jump into a time lapse and build this hot air balloon up. I will probably bring you back periodically throughout the time lapse to show you a couple of things as I am building up the hot air balloon. But I think it is time that we build up this beautiful hot air balloon. So here is what we have so far. It's just easier to build this thing up from bottom to top, just because of how high it is. But this is the basket design that I came up with. So if we fly up this direction, maybe, oh, I'm not going to make it, am I? So when we fly up top here, as you can tell, there are some chests down bottom here, and that is for the storage for the pumpkin and melons. Now, from down at our base, you will almost never see those chests. So I think it's fine that they're kind of out here in the open. So we also put some spruce trapdoors around this top hopper. And that kind of makes a ledge for us to put our campfires on, because I wanted to have the campfires so that it actually looks like the hot air balloon is being lifted off the ground. And now it is on to part 2 where we start building up the balloon. So obviously all of that dirt needs to come down. This is going to be interesting to get down. You know, we don't need it anymore, so maybe let's try and go and dig that down right now. We have dirt. We're just going to tower ourselves up with the dirt and then we'll break it all down once we get down. That is actually looking really good. Okay, I I was wondering if the height would be a little bit off, but I think that is going to be a perfect height to then build up the balloon over top. Let's jump back into that time lapse and keep on going with this building. So we are here at the top. We have done a lot of work, and it's time now to put in the pumpkin and melon farm. And so this is the layout, the design. I'm just using the cyan wool just as kind of redstone placement holders and that kind of thing. But basically what we have to do is find some water, because the water will go in here and it will pour down these centerpieces and go all the way down there. That's why I wanted to put in the glass first, because then we don't have to worry about this ruining anything or whatever. So let's go down and grab some water, because I don't have any on me. So we're gonna fly down here and go get some water and finish up this farm together. I have way too much stuff in my inventory, so we're gonna need that. So let's just get rid of a couple things. There we go. That should be fine. And we can then get, we need 4 buckets of water. Okay, so here we are here. So we're gonna put 1 bucket of water there, and that will go all the way down. And we are gonna push another one right there, and that also. So the pumpkin and melons will fall into the stream and fall down there. Is it going to be lossless? Probably not, but you know what? Sometimes I like designing stuff on my own, irregardless of how efficient it's going to be. So one of the things we are going to have to go get is pumpkin and melon seeds, but I think let's just start this off first. So if we take our hoe, we needed every other one, so we will just hoe these up here. And on this side as well. So the pumpkin and melon seeds will go in those hoed places, and then the pumpkin and melons will grow on the dirt. We then need observers that will look at the plant. So again, all on this side as well. Perfect. And in between these observers, we then take our pistons, because the pistons will push out and the pumpkin and melons will drop forwards. And there we have it. So we have all of those lined out, and now we put in the redstone. So you just need a dot of redstone behind the pistons. Perfect. So now this is ready to go. We just need to get the pumpkin and melon seeds, which I somehow forgot to pick up at some point. I think they're still in my starter house. I only need 10, but yeah, we're going up for 12, I guess. And then if we get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's 8. There we go. Okay, so we have 10 of each. So if we go pumpkin, melon, pumpkin, and we just keep alternating it. Perfect. So these will keep growing as we get building up the rest of our hot air balloon. with that, it looks like we have a pumpkin and melon farm hot air balloon, and I love it. Oh my goodness, it looks so cute and steampunky and all the rest of that kind of stuff. So I think I've remembered to place all the blocks. There might be something that I notice a little bit later that I forgot, but for the most part, I think that is looking really good. I'm a little bit wondering if I need a little bit more light, because right now, as you can tell, I got a couple of lights hanging down, but there's none else up except for the sea lantern right there at the top. So we might need a few more lights, but let's fly up there. And I'm just going to show you the top here. You might have seen it in the replay, but yes, unfortunately, I must have dropped a piece of copper while I was building and forgot to pick it up before it despawned. So we have one that is not oxidized, but that is okay. We will make it work. So I kind of want to see, I probably didn't do this the best way because I didn't actually allow myself any place to get into this area. But who needs to get back in there? It's fine. So let's just fly down here and see what we got for items. See if they're actually coming in. I don't actually know if anything would yet because I'm not sure everything's growing up yet. Well, we have a slab that fell down, so I'm assuming that it's just there is nothing growing up there yet, so we're probably going to have to give it just a little bit for it to actually grow up and start producing pumpkin and melons. So I'm going to hang out here a little bit and see how long that takes. I am absolutely loving how this is looking so far. I think this is a perfect addition to our island. So I've been hanging out here for a little bit, AFK, just waiting for some pumpkin and melons to come in, and they are finally in. So there we go, it works. This is amazing. And it is a gorgeous new farm for our area. So one of the things I am currently wondering is if we need to have this hot air balloon attached to the ground in some manner. Like, it is fairly high up there, and with the fire you would know that it's just kind of floating there, but would it make more sense to have string attached to the bottom somehow to keep it kind of floating there? I'm not sure. I'm a little torn on that because I feel like it's high enough in the sky that it should just be kind of floating in the sky, but then I'm also wondering if just the fact of it being there, it needs something tied to the ground. So let me know in the comments. We can certainly add in a little something to make it look like it's attached to the ground. But other than that, I am super happy with how this build has turned out. I like the location we decided to put it in. And our island just keeps growing. I love it. It's coming along so nicely. We still need to put our little zoo over on that side. I'm planning on a little bit of another tree farm out in the ocean. Once we get the zoo finished and the nether tree farm done and maybe a couple of more ships, I think it will be finally time to start on our mega base for this series. I have some very huge plans, but I wanted to make sure this island was filled out and to my liking before I even attempted to start the next project. So that should be coming shortly. I mean, in the next number of episodes, we will definitely start the process of working on that big project, and I will share more when we get closer to that date. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was a blast to make, and I love how our hot air balloon came out. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you are new, I would absolutely love if you would subscribe. And I will catch you in the next episode. Bye for now.